Hey everybody, I'm Sam.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Will, and we are...
Working Title!
Guys, we are back again with The Witcher. Last we saw, Princess Cirilla was escaping the army of Nilfgaard, and Geralt had a bad run-in with Renfrey.
Simp.
Yeah.
Cut down her and all her men, and was kicked out of town like a loser, because everyone hates Witchers for some reason.
I'm excited to see where Geralt is off to with a roach.
Yeah.
The greatest of horses.
Yeah.
You guys said that was your favorite character.
He's awesome.
To be honest, like I'm in a new world, it's hard to like associate myself with anyone, and Geralt's kind of just like this quiet vampire. Geralt. Guys, if you like The Witcher, make sure you leave a like on these videos, hit the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for more of Geralt of Riviera and his exploits and adventures. Go check out some of our other shows. I'll leave a link to one of our current shows happening right now.
And this is not a market substitute. Make sure you go watch The Witcher on Netflix and then come back and watch our reactions, alright? We love you guys. We're gonna punch it. BAM!
Rivia. Geralt.
What'd I say?
You said Riviera, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it slide, whatever. I love the show.
What are you taking me?
It's a surprise.
A surprise? What's
Oh,
a
boy.
surprise?
Yep.
I got you something.
Oh boy.
Don't tell. Not a rose.
Roses are cliche.
Daisies are cheap.
There was a man standing there.
Yeah. Something.
Right.
Who's lurking? Freaking voyeur.
Yeah, that's the worst kind of person.
Where did it go?
What?
My daisy.
Got eaten.
Oh boy.
Ew. Sorry. That was creepy.
Now it smells of pig shit.
It's fine, aren't you, Creed?
Of course, look at it. No one's ever.
Hey!
Because she didn't stand up straight to do
Well, you
it.
got it, proper girl. We can teach you.
What the hell?
I need you
What the heck is happening? What the fudge?
She's purple eyes. Is that why you wanted it purple?
Yeah.
A Targaryen alone in the world.
Look at this
What
dude.
is this? I love his fit.
Am I dead? How did it get here?
Well, it looks to me like you portaled it.
A what?
You know portal. Oh, you're a virgin.
Ew,
What?
What the fudge?
What's wrong?
If you could conjure that portal out of thin air, she'll be coming for you.
She. She who?
What the fudge is happening, man?
What are you doing?
Look, you can trust me.
What's your name?
Istrid.
Istrid.
Wait, what's your...
None of your business.
Is it the evil woman that they were talking about in the first episode? Because he said she. You put a target on your back. She's looking for you.
He's too on the nose.
I can do it!
Oh, yuck.
This poor girl.
How much for a pig?
I'll be at market tomorrow.
Well, I'm here today.
10 marks.
How much for this beast?
Rude.
6.
4.
What are you doing? So, 4 marks.
You can't take me! Won't go!
That's so messed up. Like, I just can't imagine, like, getting sold off by your own father.
I can't tell. Is she a hunchback?
That's what I thought she was.
Yeah, she's got, like, there's a couple things wrong, but I think...
Well, she has what, like
It's
5
her shoulder.
tabs. Her entire upper body is like
Her jaw's also,
conjoined.
like,
Yeah.
knocked out of place. I don't know, but I feel like that's also, like, what the Hunchback of Notre Dame looks like. He has...
Yeah, he has misplaced like bones or muscle tendon.
For 4 marks.
Oh, dang.
Father was going to sell a pig for 10.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
fucked up.
exactly.
It's really wrong.
Sorry, I don't like.
I don't like that either. I had to look away too, dude.
It ain't her. It's the body. I do not like spit.
That's gross. I don't even like it when it happens to me.
I can deal with blood. I cannot deal with saliva.
Yeah.
It is foul.
Well, I think that was snot.
Oh.
It's a different symbol.
Wow. Okay,
The first episode it was a sun,
I think-
snakes, and a
I
star.
think the sun was Nilfgaard, the Nilfgaard symbol. Yeah. I don't know if the snake. Aragorn has snakes on his.
We're getting to it, baby.
ring.
Twin snakes and an
Yeah.
emerald.
Cirilla.
Yeah.
Gotta remember that. Cirilla.
To me, that name sounds like a typical fantasy princess name. Cirilla. Very elegant name.
Whoa! What the
I
heck?
wouldn't eat those.
Who's there? Stop right there.
Poison.
Yeah.
You mean they're poison?
Yeah.
Smart kid.
Oh yes, I trust a kid who is creeping in the woods.
I mean, in fairness, she ain't got nobody to trust right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, no thank you. I don't eat rat.
Not until you try it.
Ugh. That's so gross.
Here's the good news. It's not like a New York City rat.
Yeah.
It's one
Why
eating
such a
vegetation.
Why don't we talk?
Probably a mute.
Yeah.
Or he could be deaf if he's not responsive to her. Eat up. Heck, I'd be eating that.
Yeah,
thing.
me too.
That makes me hungry just looking at it.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a rat. That thing looks good.
It could taste good. Who knows?
It probably does.
I'll let you guys test it out first and come back and tell
Yeah.
me.
I won't be eating them where we live.
I mean,
True.
It's not bats.
Each get one glove.
Such a kind little girl.
Just do what I do. Armpits.
The warmest part of your body is your groin.
Come on, we're
So
safe.
have it there.
Trying to avoid doing that on
Well,
camera.
Oh yeah. Still. Oh, he's gone.
Rat boy?
Rat boy.
That's boy.
That's probably a sign of not going to that civilization.
Think you're safe without a care.
That looks
Oh,
cool.
whoa.
But here in the soda, the pike with the spike.
This is gonna be the toss a coin guy.
Oh
no.
Stir up a potion so that your lady may get an abortion.
That's 100% him.
Fuck off. Imagine being unwanted as like a bard.
Whoever wants a bard.
Bards are awesome.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They sing great tunes about you.
Skulking in the corner.
A job I've got for you. I beg you. The devil. He's been stealing all our grain.
I love this. I could totally be down for a Monster of the Week from Witcher. This sounds so cool.
Need a hand? I've got two.
I like this guy. I like this guy already.
Real adventures would make better stories. And you, sir, smell chock full amongst other things. I mean, what is that? Is that onion? It doesn't matter. Whatever it is. The Butcher of Blaviken.
That was the town he was just in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you laughing?
I know,
She's
man.
just like so. She just skulks everywhere. She's so uncomfortable.
She's definitely creepy in her approach.
Magic is organizing chaos. We have deduced that this requires two things: balance and control.
I'm doing it! Your hand!
What? What the fudge is that? What the fudge?
This is
Yikes!
the balance. There is no conjuring something from nothing. There is a give and a take.
Yes.
What?
Just like
Zillion.
Brotherhood.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I saw the first episode.
Trollers.
Oh, that's so cool.
So
It's
the
a duality.
Zayli
There's a give and a take.
Zayli
She might be able to take away her deformity by doing this balance trick.
Zayli
Lost a lot of blood.
Lost a lot of blood.
From
She
cutting
sliced her
herself.
wrist.
Zayli saving it.
I don't really understand why she ate the flower.
I don't know either.
Because she saw the dude. The
Oh, right.
Istrid. He ate.
Yeah,
He ate
it
like a
before
petal,
before the teleport.
and then the portal opened.
Yeah, you're right.
She's trying to get out of there.
Well, she thought that'd probably give her the power to lift it.
Yeah.
I said that her atrium looked like the is it Winterfell? Winterhold?
Winterhold College.
The Wizard of Winterhold's place.
My name is Yennefer.
Yennefer. I love that name.
Did she portal again, or is he always
No,
there?
I think he walked.
His-
She walked
Oh
around.
no, she just walked the bridge.
Yeah. The tower is connected.
Why did he seem worried though that she would find her?
Getting stuck in the school, I guess.
Hey, no cutting.
Don't touch me. This food was provided by the Queen.
I sure rotting hell.
Your cloak.
Doesn't she have elf ears?
Come, meet my family.
No, she's human.
Except for her eyes.
I think that her eyes they're normal colored. They're not supposed to be like Geralt's or Yennefer. They're just like a bright like green blue type of deal.
Don't worry, he's one of the clean ones.
Super fucked up.
Am I safe in assuming it's doors or are they?
They haven't really said
I've
yet.
got a bit of a...
Okay.
Do you mind if I hop up there with you? It's just I'm not really wearing the right kind of footwear.
touch Roach.
I think humans in general in this world just like
Crap on anything that's not human.
Retreating their golden palaces in the mountains.
Different species of.
There I go again, just... Hello? What are we looking for again?
Blessed silence.
Oh my gosh.
Act 2 begins! What was that?
Yeah, I didn't even see it.
Cannonball.
Like a pistol round.
Oh, it hit him.
yeah, it did.
Horns, Minotaur.
I have to see this magical, this mystical...
Down he goes.
Is he dead?
I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Fine.
You talk.
Oh.
Of course I talk! What happened with you? You motherfucker goat. Not to poison me!
Oh, you fuck!
Did your motherfucker snowball? So I'll kill you, but you can't stay here. Neither can you.
Oh.
This reminds me of like
Your eyes.
You're good.
olden times Hellboy.
Until a door
Just from seeing that.
comes-
What were they trying to do?
Understand each other's fears without speaking. Just looking into each other's eyes. Using chaos to figure it out.
Your worst fear makes such sense. Even if you were a beauty, still no one would love you.
Wow.
You can read me, if you like.
What is this guy to the witch woman?
I don't know. He seems like he might have been a student at one point. Just upperclassman or something. I don't know.
I see them.
Is she gonna go in for a kiss?
It's on there.
Moon jellyfish.
What?
Those things are scary.
I think it's this year they come out.
Shit.
Aw. So he's letting her
Cornbread.
into his mind. He's able to do that to a reversal. That's really cool. I like this place a lot.
Me too.
It's really cool.
It's it kind of reminds me of the place Jack Sparrow's in prison.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Piglet.
Such a dick.
You notice the one girl is carrying like a doll that you stab?
Love voodoo.
A voodoo doll?
I did not see that now. Point it out when you see it.
The most potent place on the continent.
She always has it.
Most potent
Limits
place.
except to the Brotherhood of Sorcerers.
What the heck does that mean? Oh, wow.
Right there.
Catch
Yeah.
lightning in a bottle.
What?
What?
No.
Rip. Yeah.
Quickly. can do this. Quickly.
Oh no, her one friend is gonna die.
She's got the other guy.
Hey!
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Oh shit!
She's gonna get like triple the amount. You're not fooling me. I know this girl's the most powerful. Holy! Oh my gosh!
Like the gut. You know, I wonder. She kind of sounds like the voice actor of who plays the. Sorry, I forgot that was about to. Sounds like the voice actor who plays the Queen Locust in Gears of War, kind of.
That's so rare. Oh, I haven't played the game. I was gonna say what?
You're good.
You haven't played Gears?
What?
Crazy.
The fuck?
But if I send you to advise a king, and your precious little feelings get hurt when he won't listen, and you submit to chaos, he dies, his people turn on us. Whose fault would that be? No. Mine.
I get what you're saying. A little bit like the Locust Queen.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Hard love, man.
So she looks like she has a sun pendant around her neck.
That's the symbol we saw at the beginning of the
This is the
episode.
part where we as humans tell.
Yeah, take that, pointy.
They were forced out of Dol Blathan. Forced out? No, they chose. Do you know anyone that would choose to leave their home?
No matter what you choose, you'll come out bloody and hating yourself. Trust me,
Even chaos is polluted.
chaos is the same as it's always been. Humans just adapted better.
My elders worked with humans and got robbed of all they had. And when they fought back, they were slaughtered. The Great Cleansing, humans call it.
That's some Hitler
I
shit.
called it digging a mass grave.
My worst fear is true. It's still not enough. Even for you.
Oh, that sucks.
Question is, where is she gonna go? Jellyfish fields?
The jellyfish
What
fields.
are they called? It's like the portal that the Witcher went through to go into the naked woman room.
How did you do that on your first try?
My real father. He was half elf.
Oh, interesting.
His blood is why I'm cursed with twisted spine. Why am I worth 4 marks?
That's so messed
Only
up.
to that fake father.
Could ever love me.
Cute. I ship it.
What will you do with it?
Nothing. Simply wanted to know that you could control your emotions and get it from the boy.
Is this where I get to ascend?
No.
Oh, darling.
Got a lot to
I'm
learn.
ready.
This lady seems to have good intention, but I feel so shady being around this place.
Yeah.
I don't like
You've
it.
been working on it for months. You must be able to give me something. Make Bernard proud.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Strangable!
I was thinking to myself quietly, I don't trust it.
Nilfgaard's black. The guys in black armor.
I thought Nilfgaard was the good people, so who are
they're
they?
the bad guys.
Ah, I've been getting it wrong.
Oh shit.
Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What the fudge? Oh my... Run! Ah!
It's you. Wait.
Yeah, I was wondering where this dude went.
Rat boy to save the day.
Yeah.
And he got one of the jabs.
Oh, there he is.
Oh yes. Amazing bowcaster. Also, they ain't fooling me. I know those girls drop dead gorgeous. This is all it's the Melza from Poldark again. They ain't fooling no one. I know.
I love Poldark.
They ain't fooling me. I know she's cute. I wonder what place she created when she made the portal. Like,
You knew where she was going.
Yeah, I'm curious, like, what was in her mind that she wanted to go to, if that's how it works. Ugh, this place is so creepy. So are these like witches? What would you call them?
I think
They're all sorcerers.
Oh!
I was gonna say, like, what if she absorbs them to stay like that? To be young and beautiful like that?
That's not a bad idea.
Snakes?
Ew. Is that a slug?
No, they're not slugs.
Okay.
You said her necklace is the
Turn my
symbol.
friend into a slug.
Oh, it is
Will,
a
you
slug.
son of a bitch.
bastard!
It's an eel, she just said.
Come.
Her friend into the pool.
Ew, I don't like whatever this is.
This is where we part ways, Bard. For good.
Look, I promise to change the public's tune about you. At least allow me to try.
From when the white wolf fall.
You're enough.
Oh, cool.
I'm Dara.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Syrian Dara.
That's not how it happened.
He's so
Where have you
true.
found respect?
Respect doesn't make history.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't tell her.
Point to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty.
He's like, gosh, maybe I like this guy.
Yeah.
And that one girl was her friend.
Yep. There's a bunch of them in there.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
It's beautiful.
Why are we still staring at this? I don't look up. I don't trust this place. This is so weird.
It's a weird relationship. Oh. So, got new characters and a little bit of world building lore.
Yeah.
First episode, the word that I stuck with most is destiny. Destiny was used a lot.
Yeah.
This episode, it was chaos.
Yeah. So,
Every time I heard the word chaos, it made me think of the goddess of chaos from Billy and Mandy. The blonde-haired woman.
that's such a random thing to connect it
What were you
to.
saying
You're good. So, like, what do you think about? We'll start with the whole Yennefer storyline. I guess we'll go from there first, since it's new. What are your thoughts on that, and like what's going on now?
It's interesting. I'm trying to figure out how it's going to... Like, now we have 3 different stories that we're following. We have Yennefer, we have Geralt, and we have...
Cirilla.
Cirilla is her name.
Cirilla.
Ciri, I think she goes by.
Yeah, so Cirilla. So, obviously, Cirilla's looking for Geralt. Geralt's just doing the Monster of the Week kind of deal. I don't know where Yennefer comes into this. I know there was talk...
Well, the wizard who tricked Geralt, he's looking for her, so somehow that ties in with Geralt, in my opinion.
The old horny wizard is looking for who?
He's looking for her because he has
Yennefer?
that one guy. He's manipulating the guy that she kissed.
That doesn't mean he's
Istrid.
looking for Yennefer. Yennefer is
But why would he bring up the fact that she's part elf?
why? But you're saying looking for her. There, she's already here. Why would it be looking for her?
No, the wizard.
They're not.
They're trying to figure something out about her.
They're not looking for her. They know exactly where she is.
she's
They're,
right there.
They're learning. They're trying to learn. Like, well, I mean, both sides. I mean, the Tisea or Tisea. I don't remember how to say her name exactly.
Sure, the lady.
Used Yennefer to get information out of Istrid, and Stregobor used Istrid to get information out of Yennefer. So there's like 2 like witch wizarding parties at play right now. Not parties, but just 2 characters that are scheming in their own ways.
Okay, so hold on. Let me back up to make sure I understand this right. Stragobor, the old man, horny wizard,
Yes,
trying to
horny
get
wizard.
information from the romance guy. The guy's hanging out with Yennefer
Istrid.
to learn about Yennefer. What were you saying? The lady was a
She
sorceress.
she did the same thing with Yennefer getting information from Istrid.
She's trying to learn
she
about
had
the
the flower.
boy, the young man.
Yeah, or get whatever information and like knowledge of magic he knows. Because remember, he said that
He's hiding from her. Is that
well,
what's
he's
happening?
No, he's not hiding from her, but like he knows magic that the rest of the sorcerers don't know. So like when he was talking about like the flower, he said that only grows where like elvish blood had been.
Okay.
And so it was all his spell that he used, the magic portal that he used when he ate that flower, is only something that like he and probably, I'm assuming, I don't know this, but like Stregobor knows. Tessia knows that Yennefer is building a relationship with him. And so Yennefer brought back that flower to Tessia, so they can like learn the magic that those two are trying to keep secret.
Is Yennefer still going through a portal to meet with that guy, or are they in close proximity?
It's in the temple.
Okay,
that is assumed it was some cavern because
Jedi
the place that he was in was the skeleton room with elves, but also the girls went in there to train at one point.
Yeah.
So it's 100% the same place.
Yeah, they're all in the same area or same building. There's just on like different floors, different rooms.
Maybe Yennefer's a part of a bigger plot, and the way it'll cross over is through Stregobor, who's already met the Witcher. Maybe in conflicts. Maybe it'll be that it's not necessarily the same plot, but like conflicts of interest happen to line up. Maybe I don't know. Maybe.
You don't have a lot of information.
It's hard. So perhaps it's like a situation in storytelling where the little girl, this is her season's story, and Yennefer has to do with a grander thing that, because the conflict of interest that'll happen with the little girl might be a thing that leads into like a season. Like, I don't know. We're a second episode. How many episodes are in this?
8 or 9, I think, total.
Yeah, so both things could be in this season, but if they're doing like a long haul thing, maybe it's like a grander arc happening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the Elf King and hearing about the great cleansing.
Yeah, I forget his name.
The humans being assholes.
Yeah, so we got some like world building lore. Like
Yeah.
talk about like what you pulled from the episode about what's going on.
So elves were here before humans.
Yeah.
Did humans come from someplace else, or what's going on there?
They said that humans and monsters came after the two spheres collided or something like that. I don't know. It's more world building. You gotta remember too, this is like an 8, 9, 10 book series video games. Like there's a lot to it that we've only gotten 2 episodes, but they're giving you little pieces of like the puzzle of what's happening in this world. So elves came first, yes, and then humans and monsters came after.
Do you know when these books were made?
I have no idea.
I'm curious what the context of writing these, like, based off the time period, like, what the author was going for.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I always get, like, annoyed at the whole humanity's terrible all the time kind of thing.
Yes.
It was a bit preachy.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the analogy was based off the time period of when this came out, what the author of these books was going. Assuming the show was is following closely, or like, I don't know if that story specifically is in the books.
Yeah.
So.
92, 93, 90s. Basically, they're all released in the 90s, except for the most recent one was released in 2013.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm curious to know like what the author, because it was the 90s. What is the author? What thing in the like real world is he trying to focus on? It happens all the time in writing. Like you tend to get inspired by real life scenarios. So.
Yeah.
But for the show, it seems like the elves were pushed out of their homeland, and so what they're hiding it. They called these areas that they're in now Golden Palaces.
Yeah,
is that supposed to be a joke?
It's like humans, like the bard, and I forget the bard's name all the time, so that's what I was just calling
the bard.
But
did we get his name?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did, or we did get it. I just don't remember it.
Don't apologize. The show just throws so many names that I'm just like, how am I supposed to understand?
It's a lot of information and names that like doesn't other than Geralt of Rivia. That is the only name that gets brought up 9,000 times.
And
Roach. So Adam put it perfectly. This is so. Like, with Game of Thrones, it's at least names that you can attach to, like River Run. It's by a river. I can understand that. Yeah. This, it's like...
It's all made-up stuff.
Sikara of Halandra. It's like, what?
Posada.
Stuff that has no, like, connection to my ears, so...
But what's that building called? As a
Terram or Arturza, I think, something like that. Regardless, that's the
Pike. Wherever they were is just Pike in my mind.
It is very Pike-ish.
I'm trying to think of like what that place is, because it gets power from
It's just where
people.
the wizard's headquarters is.
Okay.
College of Winterhold.
Yeah, it's literally just like you were kind of saying. It's just the College of Winterhold.
Yeah.
But what you were asking, Sam, was the Golden Palaces. Like the elves explained, like kind of humans just like rewrote, and Easter. They also kind of said like humans just kind of rewrite history and maybe not necessarily the most truthful ways. And so like they try to like demonize the elves. Like the elves had their lands. They taught the humans magic. And then the humans use that knowledge and their just raw power to like overthrow the elves and kind of like just kick them out. And the elves could either be like subjugated to the humans and live like, you know, second class species, or they ran to the hills and, you know.
Because you'll end up like the Witcher, who just is like an outcast in every little town he goes into. Now, I don't know if that's because he's a Witcher or because maybe he's like infamous. Like, I don't know what it would be that he had done, because it seems like monster hunting is like a thing you'd be happy about. Like, you're getting monsters out of the town, so I'm curious, like, what is it about him, or like Witchers maybe in general, that people don't like?
Yeah. Is Witchers a species or like a creed, like a Mandalorian?
No, they're like, they call them mutants in the last episode.
So they're like maybe genetically engineered or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without getting into too much detail, because they'll touch on it eventually.
Okay.
But
well, the girl did say you are created just like me, so I'm assuming it's like messing with the genetic makeup.
Yeah.
Kind of like a.
Are there other Witchers?
Kind of sounds like a vampire. That's why I said vampire the other day, because like his eyes go dark.
Yeah, there are.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah, so it seems like
there are other Witchers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Not that it is vampirism, but it's like
it's dark.
It's the closest fantasy idea I can get, where it's like a conversion of how your
like a dark elf.
Your makeup works.
Yeah.
It's like a completely different. Yeah.
Maybe he's a dark elf or something.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
But yeah, the elves had to go and live in the mountains, and they're stealing food and like living like trash.
It's not just those two. I'm assuming there's more.
There are more elves. I mean, we saw the kid that's with Ciri. Ratboy.
Oh, right.
Ratboy was an elf.
Three.
Yeah.
My bad.
Dura, I think that's what his name was.
Dari.
Sorry.
Dara.
I thought the guy was a faun, so they called him a Sylvan.
Sylvan.
That's cool. I agree with you. It definitely is a Hellboy-esque
Old
in
school
the
Hellboy.
design. It looks very Guillermo.
I like it.
That makes sense. I don't know if Guillermo did Pan's Labyrinth, but it also reminded me a lot of the giant like god faun or whatever.
Yeah.
That's with the girl.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's a German movie, but I think I could be wrong.
Is that the movie with
a Spanish movie?
Bowie?
It's the guy who has the hands on it. The eyes.
Oh yes, that might be Guillermo.
Yeah, it's very similar in design. So when I saw the faun or Sylvan, that's all I was.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, that was cool. I like how they did that. I wonder if that was like straight up makeup. How much of it was like CGI? It might have been a mix of the two. Yeah, but it was cool. I liked how it looked.
I'm pretty sure that it was all like prosthetic.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Phantom Menace kind of stuff, all weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place they lived actually reminded me of like, I don't know if it's air temples from Avatar or like Earth. It kind of reminded me of like air temples, just like how it was like a dome shape, like just made out of
This episode had a lot of like really cool like scenery and like the last one was just kind of like gray wood, swamp, like shitty town.
Yeah.
And then like the castle looked cool, but it was just like in a gray open field. But this you got like the Sorcerer's Brotherhood's location, and then Posada and all the cool like almost like pillar built up like buildings and stuff like that. It was cool.
Even kind of reminded me just geographically like the Erie or whatever, just like civilization high up in the sky with drawbridges or whatever, which was pretty cool. So you said you were going to explain to me. I'm curious. I didn't want to just assume that a small person actor is a dwarf in the fantasy world, so
they didn't like
give a name.
They didn't like specifically say. They just kind of treated them like less than like from what you gather from the show so far is that humans just treat everyone that's not a human like trash because they've taken like the power. So
it's I just didn't know because, like, if you had like Tyrion, obviously Tyrion's just a person in Game of Thrones. But if you put Peter Dinklage in Narnia, he's a dwarf in Narnia.
Yeah, no, I mean they haven't
He's
specifically
typecast.
said. They haven't specifically said whether he's a dwarf or not. I mean, I don't know enough about like the lore in the movies, books, and stuff that are the video games books, if that's a thing. But what happened was she said, take all the stuff, and she had all like their riches, like their pots and pans and silver to him, and he dropped it, and she smacked him in the face. And that's
Called
when
him a little shit.
Yeah, you little shit. And that's when he was like, fuck it.
He's like, I had enough of this.
Yeah.
You have nothing.
Yeah. Treat you like a slave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was messed up.
Yeah, I the only reason I brought that up was because I saw one. I just didn't know if it was an actor who happened to be small, like a small person, and then I saw the second one. I was like, okay, it's not just an actor that they cast.
Yeah.
So I'm curious because now it means we have dwarves or elves, sylvan, witcher. I don't know if mages. I can't tell if mages are just humans. Mm-hmm. It seems it might be a human thing that just happens to have power. I don't know, because like, can an elf have those abilities? Can a small person or sylvan have
magic? You mean?
Magic, yeah.
Well, they said elves had magic. They taught it to humans, and humans used it against the elves.
There you go. So it's not a genetic thing. It's just an inherent thing you can either have or not have.
I get what you're saying, because like wizards in Lord of the Rings, they're their own race.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like like a Jedi. It can be any species that possesses
it. Can be taught.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
What are your thoughts on like the whole ascension that we don't even really know what it is yet or what's going on there?
I just assumed it's what Poe Dameron from the first episode was like when she was saying ascend, she was also talking about like you're gonna go help a king. So I just assumed it's like once you're at a good level, you go and just serve these different lords, kind of like what is mace like a maester. Like once you've achieved this rank, then you're good enough to go into the world of politics and you protect the people that are going to help care for our world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I took from it. What about you?
No, like that.
Same thing?
Yeah.
What about the eels? And that whole, like...
That's what
I don't know.
Like...
It's all very creepy, honestly.
What is that building, like, its purpose? I know you said it's, like, the home for those sorcerers, but, like... Is it just for them, or is there something else?
I don't know.
You know?
If... There's a weird undertone of it's kind of like what you said. I feel like it's almost like a greed thing. Like it could be like she's just taking the power to boost her own self.
Right.
I don't know.
But a whole building.
The castle's very creepy. I don't know. Yeah, it feels very like it's drawing from people for a malicious. It looks very keep on going to Star Wars, but it's very like Sith in design. Like you give to the building and it's for some malicious overarching thing that it's gonna be bad for.
Yeah.
I wonder how the horny wizard comes into play, though.
I know, I was just about to say that. What's Stragabor's goal?
I don't know. We know he likes women in his leisure time, and we know he wanted the one girl killed, the
Renfrey.
Other witch.
Renfrey. The daughter of
So
Nilla or whatever the villains.
The only common trend is he's against women sorcerers currently, is what it comes off as.
Well, Renfrey wasn't a sorcerer. She was like
a
product of evil.
She was just a product.
I thought she
of
was
evil.
a witch. I thought that's what you were saying.
I said witch misspokenly. Like when I said, I was like, "Fuck, I shouldn't have said that."
She's one of the daughters of the great evil woman.
Yeah, she's just like a product of evil that like would just go and like tear the world apart essentially. But she was killed by
the Witcher,
the Butcher of Blaviken,
the one and only.
I love the Bard.
Yeah,
I hope to see a lot more of him adding comedy to the show.
Yes, he does bring a good lightheartedness that's fun on his adventures.
And I'm curious what Dara is going to do for Cirilla.
Yeah.
I think he'll just be a good buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just take care of her. Probably open her eyes to what the world is beyond what she's perceived it to be. Because she's the royalty. They always kind of do that trend where it's like the ignorant high up gets taught by people who are actually in the world kind of thing. So that's what I think it's going to be.
Maybe sometime down the road of the show, he takes her to the Elf King, and she's like, "I'm looking for Geralt," and he's just like, "Oh, I saw him. He went that way."
I liked Geralt more in this episode. He was kind of not. I wouldn't say boring is the word, but he's a bit like
dull,
straight face. Yeah, dull, straight face in the first. So it's kind of like hard to figure out what I feel about the character.
I don't want anything in life.
This one was a bit more enjoyable.
We got to learn a little bit about him.
And also, like, he was able to relate to people, so we
Yeah.
can kind of get to see how he feels about things, too.
Don't call me human.
Yeah. You gotta remember, too, he's been outcasted and, like, treated like trash forever, so it's, like, it's hard to open up and show any type of emotion or care to, like...
Does he age like humans? Like, how long has he been around?
I don't know if I want to know yet. Yeah. Maybe they'll reveal it one day.
I'm curious what the Elf King's gonna do. If he's gonna take Geralt's advice and go someplace else, or listen to his follower
and build up like some type of
army,
rebellious army.
Rebel.
You're talking about the main elf, right? The guy who was like talking.
The king.
The king.
Okay, so he was the king.
Flaveria.
Now, was he the king before, or is just what the current occupation?
Yeah, he did
now?
say he didn't ask for it.
No, he wasn't.
So it was probably
he was just like left.
Maybe his dad was killed and now he's king.
I think the king was. Isn't it Yennefer? I thought it was Yennefer's dad. Was that?
No. Yennefer is just related to a half elf.
Elf. Okay.
They don't really say exactly. I don't think the guy who's the king of the elves now is actually. He was just like the one that was picked to be the leader.
Sure.
After their people got either slaughtered or kicked out, or in the Great Cleansing.
What a way of.
When I heard that, I was like, "It sounds like the final solution."
Yes.
The Nazis' last goal.
Well, that's why I was asking, because it is a '90s book. I wasn't sure if they were taking from something from like the '40s, or like trying to do something even farther back, or something more recent. Like I was trying to figure out what it would be.
Yeah.
I always hate when they rush a romance. It's hard for me to believe it with Yennefer and the guy.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't sold on it. It's the same thing with even Danny and John. I didn't believe after like 6 episodes.
Yeah,
those kind of things need more development. I know it's for the time of the show.
I don't know. She did say like weeks have gone by. It's been 3 days. So time has passed, but it's still kind of rough to believe.
But for like an audience, like I need to have them talk more than 3 conversations, even if it's over a span of months.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah. Though the moment with the jellyfish was cute.
That was really
and
awesome.
And their kiss was cute.
Yeah.
Remember with like Yennefer's story too, is like no one's ever like she's always felt like she's not enough and not loved, and so like it does 4 marks. That's messed
fuck
up.
that guy.
Yeah, but like no one's ever really cared or loved for her. So
this is gonna throw her the deep end when she finds out.
Yeah, I mean it's when she finds out what.
That Istrid has been lying.
Yeah. So they like her quick attachment and love for a guy, because clearly for him, it's fake, and for her, it's probably more real.
That's
because she's super emotional, and she's
never
been
experienced something like that.
Yes. Yeah, she's been treated like trash her whole life. So
that's also why I was kind of suspecting. I was like, I knew that it wasn't going to be anything real between the two of them because of the deformity and because obviously she hasn't been shown love, that he knew
he's like manipulating.
She was an easy person to win over because she doesn't have that love. So I was like, it's no way.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't think she's love worthy. I think she's sweet. I think she needs a little help.
Yeah.
She's a little she's a little creepy. I'm gonna give her that. But it's also, it comes with the territory of not being loved. I said ooh when she was peeking on the people. I didn't say ooh because of her. I said ooh because she's being a little. She's
creeping on someone that's making out. Yeah.
I can understand it. She sees something that it's hard for her to have for herself. So
she got struck by lightning and then harnessed it and used it.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
What the shit?
It's also a little scary because when you're somebody the downtrodden and not loved, when you get superpower, it can manifest in really bad ways.
One bad day can throw her off the deep end.
Yes.
Yep. And I'm sure she's already had too many bad days, which is why it's hard for me to understand if the woman who's training her is actually evil, because for her to explain that to her, that you're now going to be an extension of like my reputation. Like, I don't know if it's for self-greed, like I want to have a good reputation, I need you to be good. Or if it's like, I actually care for you, don't be a bad person.
Yeah.
And I know you have a lot of power. So it's hard for me.
Yeah.
I'm kind of actually leaning optimistically. I kind of actually think there's good intent, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if what you're saying is true, which I didn't pick up on, if the lady sorcerer is trying to figure out what's happening with the guy who's eating flowers, I think the guy eating flowers in Stragglor is obviously the bad people in the situation. Because they're also against Geralt of Riviera, and I'm on Geralt's side. So.
Yeah.
Rivia.
So the horny wizard is the bad guy, in my opinion, currently.
He isn't. You're saying he isn't?
He is the bad guy,
He is the bad guy,
in my opinion, which means Yennefer and her leader are either neutral or on Geralt's side of morality. Yeah. So I still don't understand the leech thing, or the eel thing, though. It's a little wicked. You were talking about the flower's only intent is to die.
Yeah.
Which is...
Yeah, that's their whole idea of, like... And I think this is, like, a real, like alchemy thing, too. And just, like, magic. It's, like... It's a give and take. So it's, like, you know, you can't put something in without giving something up at the same time.
It also gave me, like, the thought of, like, not everybody's cut out for greatness. Like, the reason there are the ability to be great is because there are people who aren't great.
Yeah.
Which is a sad... Well, I personally don't believe that there are people that are greater than others, but, like, just the idea of greatness means that you had to be greater than something else.
Yeah.
So that kind of is what it makes me feel like. Like, there are people in this world that will just be the flower and will die off and not be... I don't know, the rock was a weird analogy. Like, the rock is the thing that actually gets to be something special. The rock. So.
Yeah. What were you about to say?
Equivalent exchange. I couldn't think of it. That's what it is.
Equivalent exchange. That's what that's called.
To take, one must first give.
Full Metal reference.
That's Full Metal and Gangsta.
Gangsta, yeah.
To take, one must first give.
And that's a thing in a lot of stuff, though. Mm-hmm. Like, just giving and taking.
A duality.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where there's one side, there has to be another side.
Like I said, sometimes the best thing a flower can do
is die.
Yeah.
And she also said they're, like, conduits of chaos. Like, just because they're conduits of chaos doesn't mean they really have, like, what it takes to, like, really use it.
A conduit transfers something, if I'm not mistaken.
Or it,
harnesses?
Harnesses,
It contains... Yeah. Kind of like the bottle. Actually, is a good analogy. The bottle is the conduit.
Yeah.
Or an electric eel, which is also what they said.
That's why they got thrown in to do what? We don't know.
Yeah. Guys, if you made it this far, obviously you like The Witcher, so if you like seeing us watch The Witcher, make sure you leave a like, hit the subscribe button so you can see more of The Witcher content, but make sure you watch some of our other shows. We don't just do The Witcher, we do Marvel, we do Star Wars, we do anime, and we're going to do a lot of other stuff. We're just the beginning of our channel, and we're going to keep on going. So if you want to be there for the long haul, the longest of all hauls, make sure you're there for it. We'll see you next week. Punch it! Bah!